Welcome to Trivia Twist. Get ready to be amazed as we uncover 70 jaw-dropping fun facts about the United States. From the unexpected vegetable status of ketchup in American schools, the most thrilling Super Bowl, to Disney World, where adults get to be kid again, there's something for everyone. Did you know that ketchup is the second leading vegetable served in American schools, after potatoes? Who knew ketchup was a vegetable? Did you know that Times Square in New York City is a bustling hub of entertainment, advertising, and people watching? It's like the world's biggest TV screen, but with real people. Did you know that Silicon Valley in California is the global epicenter of technology innovation, home to giants like Apple, Google, and Facebook? It's like a playground for tech wizards. Did you know that Alaska is actually bigger than all 24 of the smallest US states combined? That's a lot of wilderness out there to explore. Did you know that peanut wasn't native to North America, but peanut butter was invented there? A delicious example of American innovation. In case you don't know, there's a place in California called Death Valley, where temperatures once soared to 134 degrees Fahrenheit, 56 degrees Celsius. It's hot enough to fry an egg on the sidewalk. You really need to know that the United States is the birthplace of the internet. It started as a government project called ARPANET in the 1960s. Thanks, US. So, if your Wi-Fi ever drops, just remember, it all started here. Did you know that the world's first commercial flight took off from Florida in 1914 and lasted all of 23 minutes? Air travel has come a long way, baby. Did you know that the population of bald eagles in the US has rebounded from near extinction thanks to conservation efforts? These majestic birds are soaring high once again. Did you know that the Grand Canyon is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world and a breathtaking sight to behold? It's so big, you could probably fit a small country in there. Did you know that the American flag we know today was designed by a 17-year-old high school student? Talk about a teenager making history. Did you know that there's a place in Oklahoma called Snake Town, where rattlesnakes are rounded up every year for a festival? Not for the faint of heart. Are you aware that the United States has more time zones than any other country in the world? 11. Plenty of time to adjust your watch as you travel across the country. In case you didn't know, that chess boxing is a real sport that combines rounds of chess with rounds of boxing. Talk about a mind-body workout. Did you know that Spam was originally created as a way to use up leftover meat products during World War II? Who knew this iconic canned meat had such humble beginnings? Did you know that the population of wild turkeys in the US is now higher than it was when the first European settlers arrived? Seems the turkeys are winning the Thanksgiving battle. Did you know that bubble wrap was originally invented as a wallpaper? Thankfully, it found a much more satisfying use. Did you know that the world's first traffic light was installed in Cleveland, Ohio in 1914? Red means stop, even back then. Did you know that alpacas are legally classified as livestock in the United States, but not sheep? So you can raise an alpaca in your backyard, but not a woolly friend. Did you know that the Liberty Bell has a crack in it, but it wasn't caused by freedom? The exact cause is a bit of a mystery. Did you know that there's a town in Nebraska called Monowai with a population of exactly 1 person? The mayor is also the librarian in the whole town. Did you know that the US has more shopping malls than any other country in the world? Retail therapy, anyone? Did you know that the world's first Ferris wheel was built in Chicago for the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition, a ride that stood the test of time? Did you also know that there's a place in California called Bodie that's a complete ghost town? Eerie and fascinating. Did you know that the population of the United States is bigger than all of Europe? That's a lot of people under one flag. Did you know that the national anthem of the United States, the Star-Spangled Banner, was originally a poem set to a British drinking song? A surprising origin story, isn't it? Did you know that the world's first dishwasher was invented in the US in 1886? A lifesaver for anyone who hates doing dishes. Did you know that Twister, the board game that contorts you into impossible positions, was invented by a man who used to be a bank teller? A creative career change. Did you know that the White House has over 132 rooms, 32 bathrooms, and 6 levels? Enough space for a presidential game of hide and seek. Did you know that there's a place in California called Slab City, which is essentially a legal squatters community? Living off the grid in the desert takes on a whole new meaning. Did you know that the world's largest ketchup bottle is located in Collinsville, Illinois, and stands at 180 feet tall, a monument to America's love of condiment? Did you know that it's illegal to hunt whales from within the town limits of Oklahoma City? An unexpected law, even for a landlocked state. Did you know that the population of squirrels in the United States outnumbers the human population by 2 to 1? So much for humans ruling the animal kingdom. Did you know that the world's first commercial airline passenger was a man who forgot his train ticket and hopped on a plane instead? Talk about a lucky break. Did you know that there's a town in Maryland called Middletown that's not actually in the middle of the state? Geography can be deceiving. Did you know that the world's first escalator was unveiled at Macy's department store in New York City in 1895, taking us all up a notch, literally? Did you know that it's illegal to sell Halloween costumes in the state of Alabama before October 1st? Don't get caught getting a head start on spooky season. Did you know that the world's first commercial text message was sent in 1992 and simply read, "Merry Christmas"? A humble beginning for a global phenomenon. Did you know that the official state beverage of Rhode Island is coffee milk, a unique regional favorite? Did you know that there's a place in Colorado called South Park that's not actually a park? It's a small town, but maybe the inspiration for a certain animated show? Did you know that there are more pizzas eaten in the United States every year than anywhere else in the world? We love our cheesy goodness. Did you know that the world's biggest ball of twine is in Kansas? It weighs over 17 tons and is still growing. I think you should know that American Sign Language, ASL, is the third most common language used in the US, after English and Spanish, a vibrant and important form of communication. Did you know that the Hollywood Walk of Fame has over 2,700 stars embedded in the sidewalk, honoring actors, musicians, and other celebrities? A place to find your favorite stars' footprints. Did you know that there's a place in Alaska called Chicken with a population of fewer than 80 people? Don't expect a bustling metropolis here. Did you know that the national bird of the United States is the bald eagle, but the national mammal is actually the American bison? Two majestic creatures symbolizing the American spirit. Did you know that the longest official one-word place name in the U.S. is Shargagajojman Shogagog Chabina Gungamog, a lake in Webster, Massachusetts? Did I get that right? Probably not. Did you know that the United States was the first to land a man on the moon on July 20th, 1969, a major U.S. victory in the space? One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. In case you don't know, that the first smartphone, a handheld, touchscreen PDA made by IBM, called IBM Simon, was created in the USA in 1992. That was an ancestor of all your selfie tools. Did you know that Morton, Illinois, is known as the pumpkin capital of the world, producing over 85% of the world's canned pumpkin? More than enough pumpkins to go round. In case you don't know, now you do, that Oklahoma experiences more tornadoes per square mile than any other place in the world. Always a devastating outcome. Did you know that the Super Bowl is the most watched sporting event in the USA, held annually to determine the champion of the NFL? That's true. This is the only time commercials are the highlight of the show. Did you also know that the USA has won more Olympic medals than any other country, with 1,175 gold, 951 silver, and 833 bronze? It's a proof that winning at sports is an American pastime. You will be glad to know that Walt Disney World, opened in 1971 in Florida, is the most visited vacation resort in the world. This is where every adult gets to be a kid again, minus the naps. Did you know that Bowman, South Carolina, has a UFO welcome center built by a local man to greet potential extraterrestrial visitors? Let's hope they come in peace. I think you might like to know that the International Banana Museum in Mecca, California, holds the world's largest collection devoted to bananas. The king of fruits has got to be fitting home. Did you know that the Florida Keys host an annual underwater music festival where divers and snorkelers can enjoy music played through waterproof speakers? No unwanted visitors allowed. Sport lovers, you would like to know that the basketball was invented in Springfield, Massachusetts, in 1891 by Dr. James Naismith, a sport born from a peach basket and a lot of free time. Did you know that the Bellagio Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas is famous for its dancing fountains, a mesmerizing water show that's as impressive as the city itself? It's like a mermaid's dream come true. Did you know that the first 3D printer, invented by Chuck Hull in 1984, was an American innovation that revolutionized manufacturing and prototyping? The machine that can print your dreams, layer by layer. You really need to know this. The United States is home to the world's largest national park system, with over 400 parks covering millions of acres. That's a lot of room to get lost in. Better bring a map. Did you know that the Statue of Liberty, a symbol of freedom and democracy, was a gift from France to the United States? Proof that even back then, everyone loves a good regift. Did you know that the first computer mouse was invented at Stanford Research Institute in 1964? And to think, it all started with a click. Did you know that the United States has the highest number of billionaires in the world, with over 800 billionaires as at 2024? That's a club to belong, don't you think? Did you know that the United States has the highest number of Nobel Prize laureates in the world, with 411 titles? Brain power is America's most renewable resource. You also need to know that the United States has the highest number of universities ranked in the top 100 in the world, with a little over half of it. So many choices, so little student debt. Just kidding. You might be aware that the United States has the highest number of fast food restaurants in the world. Clearly, we're winning the race for fast eats. But did you also know that the United States also has the highest rate of obesity in the developed world? Those fast food restaurants? Yeah, about that. Did you know that the United States has the highest rate of military spending in the world? Well, even Uncle Sam likes to splurge sometimes. Well, for golf lovers, did you know that the United States has the highest number of golf courses in the world, with 15,500, amounting to 43% of global total? It seems like every patch of grass is just begging to be a fairway. Thanks for watching. Amazing Australian fun facts going next. Stay tuned.